Well, I have to admit, there were some times that I thought I wouldn't make this review. I wouldn't beat this game. I wouldn't accomplish this. Because of many complications in the process, and if you follow the series of the game, you'll probably already know this. But nonetheless, it must be shared, one way or the other. Look, today I'm reviewing a game called Metro 2033. Many of you know it. It's a famous game. It's made by a Ukrainian studio, I believe, U4 Games. And it's a fucking old game. It's like 2010 it came out. I'm not sure. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. But look, if you followed my series, it was entertaining, it was fun, it was horrifying, it was everything. If you want to see it all, I made a playlist, which you can go there and see every part. If you want, you can binge watch it. I mean, really, pick up the highlights. Anyway, I promise you won't give a score after I beat the game. I'll make a separate video on it. Here am I talking about it, face to face, in front of my audience. But it's not that easy. Okay, it was fucking horrible to make this review because I had to go through so much shit for this game. I lost so much ammo. I wasn't prepared at all. I mean, I barely beat the game. I had some struggles, but I finally achieved it and it was satisfying. It was satisfying. Let me tell you, so Metro 2033 isn't the high rated game most people expect it to be when it came out in 2010. I've heard about this game a long time ago, but I never played it. I didn't have the chance, and I did pretty much wasn't into first-person shooters that much. And I'm still not so eager, but I like them. Okay, if the stories are good and the gameplay is snappy, I'm all for it. As many of us too. But I was never prepared for what to expect. Let me tell you, firstly, the best aspects of the game. The best thing about this game by a country fucking mile. You know what it is? The atmosphere. The feeling of hopelessness, the feeling of tension, the feeling of absolute safelessness. You are absolutely thrown into this metro full of monsters, full of fucking crazies, full of death and misery and despair. And you're all alone sometimes, and it's so fucking gripping. It's crazy. This is one of the best atmospheres a game has ever created. This is by far the best aspect in the game. You feel isolated from the real world, as in the game as well. The real world doesn't exist, and you're living in the metros, and you're thrown into this type of life that you're not familiar to because you never experienced it. And it's so gripping, so engaging, and it absolutely was consistent through the playthrough from the first second to the fucking last. Believe me, the feel of horror, because yeah, this is a fucking horror game. Believe me, if you're expecting some Call of Duty Doom action, well, you're wrong, because this is one of the scariest first person shooters I've ever played in my fucking life. You have to get through this your head. I wasn't prepared for horror experience. Believe me, I wasn't prepared at all. But anyway, uh the story, yeah, let me talk about the story. As I said, the story isn't the best aspect of the game. It's pretty. I like stories that are simple and easy to follow, and this is one of them. The story isn't overcomplicated. It only wants from you one goal: to send a message, to save your station, your family, your friends, your relatives, and all you care for because of a massive monster attack. And it's pretty entertaining, to be honest. It's easy to follow. It's engaging enough. I wouldn't call it very engaging. It's not some The Last of Us or something incredible like this. No, it's a simple story that you can easily follow, and I frankly respect what they did with the story. But what I look as well, the main character, Artyom. He's amazing, to be honest, but you really don't know anything about him. You just only, after you reach checkpoint to a mission, you just see him talking like two to five sentences, and that's it. You never hear from him again. He doesn't talk through cutscenes. He doesn't talk to anyone. He's just silent. And Artyom is supposed to be you. You're the player, which I respect, and they didn't have enough budget to, make an amazing voice acting experience. Of course, but I won't call it AAA. It's probably like a double A game. because sometimes you can see the budget wasn't that much in some aspects. And yeah, I talked about the story, I talked about the atmosphere, the two best things about this game. The gameplay, it's absolutely original. You're not gonna be blown away. Your tits are not gonna be fucking destroyed by this gameplay. It's the same first-person formula everybody's been familiar with for years and decades. Nothing's changed, nothing original. It's just more of it, refined. And no problem with this. Let me tell you the worst aspect of the game. If you're expecting a casual gaming experience, you're not gonna have it. This game has only two difficulties, normal and hardcore. There is no easy difficulty, there is no salvation. Normal or hardcore, nothing else. This game isn't casual. If you play your Call of Duty, if you play your Battlefield, this is harder than these games, okay? This is Doom Eternal level of difficulty, okay? And some of you may be thrown off, but I didn't have the luxury to do so. I just didn't. So, with that out of the way, everything I said about the game, I'm gonna give it a final score. The final score is, I was really absolutely confused. Sometimes I was so conflicted about giving it 7.5 because some aspects it just drive me crazy, to be honest. But in some, they showed some real quality that cannot be denied by anyone. And I think the perfect score for this game will be an 8 out of 10. I believe an 8 is a good enough score. Sometimes it was even 7 because it broke a lot of the grounds that it created, the engaging grounds. But the ending just made the game so much better. The ending is so satisfying, so complete, and so riveting. And that's why the ending saved the game, to be honest. If it wasn't for the great ending, this game would have been it would have a much lower score, to be honest. It did some things wrong, but for the most part, it was a fun experience. And I completed this game for you, my audience, who some of you watch my videos, which is more than enough for me. And yeah, we finished Metro 2033. I gave it an 8 out of 10. Should I play Metro Last Light? Drop a like on the video, subscribe, and we will see. We will see. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to post tonight or tomorrow. Well, who cares? We'll see. So, with that out of the way, thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon on my next video. Hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.